Okay, so last week we looked at if someone jumps on top of us and ends up in the mounted position, and in getting out of that position, we ended up in their guard and having to possibly break free of their legs and get out of their guard. Now we're going to switch positions. They end up in our guard, or essentially between our legs. Now, the context for that would obviously be different, especially ladies versus guys. Ladies, there's a sexual assault component, but even guys, he knocked me down. I got my legs between us like they were supposed to be. He's still kind of jumping down on top of me, and so he's trying to climb the mountain or a more dominant position or whatever. So, however we end up in this position, and of course they could be doing different things, just like they could in mount. So we're actually going to look at if he kicks one leg up to tripod first. Okay, so maybe he's rearing back to hit, or as he's dropping down on top of me, he comes down to one knee first. He's still got one leg up. However we get to that relative position. I think this is the easiest way to learn the move. Again, they don't always do that, but this is how we're going to start, right? So by all means, my knees are together. I don't want to make it easier for him just to hop over and come on top or whatever else, right? So my knees are up, I'm blocking here. But I'm basically going to put one leg on his. It's like I'm doing a leg curl. And I'm not going to pull my leg through his femur, so it's going to lift my hips up off the ground so I can turn on my side. As I do that, I'm going to hook my toes on his ribs. My toes tuck on his ribs for warmth, okay? My bottom leg is out away from his leg, okay? And I'm going to grab something. I would prefer to grab something up top. I'm going to grab cloth. If I can grab the back of the head, okay? So if he's rearing back with this hand, then I'm going to grab this hand, okay? I ultimately want to end up grabbing the arm, but I might have to pull him down to get that to happen. Okay, but basically I'm going to get to here, okay? So I'm going to pull and stretch him out, and in a split second after that, I'm going to scissor my legs. This leg is going to kick or sweep through as this leg does a front kick. So I do all three of those things at the same time. I scissor my legs, and I end up coming up in the mounted position to here, okay? So without him, I get on my side, and I scissor my legs. As I do that, that momentum helps me come up to the mounted position. So we call it scissor sweep because I scissor my legs. Now, let's talk about all different things that you're going to do to mess this move up. For starters, I got to get on my side. If I don't get on my side, I'm just trying to squeeze him. I call this the Thigh Master version. It's great for toning, but he ain't going anywhere. Right? I have to get on my side and get the power in my hips. Not only that, but again, it's a better position to be to kind of fight for him or whatever else. Okay, so I'm here. Okay, so I get the arm. Okay, again, if it's on the ground, it's easy to post. He's rearing back with that hand. I'm going to post here. Okay, my toes tuck. I bring this knee across his ribs. We call in jiu-jitsu a shin shield. We call it a shin shield because it's my shin and it makes a shield. Okay? If my toes are out here, if in class I can see the top of your foot, you are doing it wrong. Because now when you go to kick, you're going to rotate around him instead of actually kicking him. This leg does not just hang on the ground. I don't kick him over this leg. This leg comes out and actively is hacking his leg. Before you do all of that, though, you have to load or pull him right off his base. See how he's kind of in this suspended state where he just needs a little help to fall the rest of the way over. The sensation your partner should have from this tripod position is they get stretched out and fall. Okay? From there. One more time. I kick up, I turn, I stretch, and then I kick. And then lastly, I want you to climb up in the mounted position. Okay? I don't want you to do this and go, holy crap, that worked. And just stand there and look at her this way. Now, if that happens, we were just here last week. Okay, I'm going to hit and scoot and hit and scoot and hit and scoot and then stand up and base like we did before. So we have a way to scramble off, but I would like for you to end up in the dominant position, okay? Once I get to that position though, I don't want to hang out here. And as we talked about before, cops show up and I'm here, I'm like, he was on top of me, he started it, I swear, right? This doesn't look good, right? But I have a lot of control in this position. The other position on the side is a scramble. I have a better position to get up from here, okay? To get up, it's going to be very similar to what we did before, where I put my hand on his neck, now I put both hands down there. It's like I'm giving CPR to his throat, okay? The way we simulate this, guys, we can go on each other's sterns. Ladies don't usually like to do that, so I make you just cover your hands right by your jaws like you're protecting yourself, and this gives me a handle I can hold on. So your partner can realize that they're not really there. You don't, right? If I come up to this mounted position, I'm gonna be like, okay, you're good, this arm, and I gotta get this arm over here so I can get up. You don't actually have to control their arms. This is just a drill to stand up, okay? So basically, like we did last time, I'm gonna stand up on them and kind of get to a more bargaining position where they don't wanna pull me down anymore. So what I'm gonna do is I'm basically gonna take my feet where my knees are, and I'm gonna come up to this good squatting position. If I jump up with my butt in the air and over in this way, he's going to pull me back down. We're back down to square one. Maybe he flips me back over, and I did all that for nothing. Okay, so I'm here. And remember, this is really here. Okay, it's like I'm giving CPR to his neck. So when I get to here and all my weight's here, I'm very stable, and he doesn't want to pull me back down. Okay? Now from here, I can go either side. Doesn't matter. It depends on the lay of the land. But I'm going to accidentally kick him as I start to go over. Do not accidentally kick your partner. Okay? But I'm going to come over this way. Now if I just started to run, he's got any fight left in him, and he grabs my foot, now I'm going to face plant, we're back to square one. I'm starting to lose my pants. Okay, but we'll just go with that. Okay? So what I need to do instead is as I kick, I'm going to spin around and make sure that leg is free. If it is, great. If he's holding up, if he tries to grab it, I'm going to make him let go of that. One way, or I'm going to go to jail for that one probably, but right, I can find a way to make him let go but I can't take off until I know for sure I'm clear. So one more time to get up part, I'm here, I pop up, butt down, back straight, accidentally kick, look, and go. I do not want to see. When we come up, I do not step back this way. We never step to the unknown. Because I don't know if he kicks a leg up or something and I trip and I fall and we're right back down on the ground and everything, again, back to square one and too much work. I don't step the unknown. I spin around and make sure I'm clear. So the whole thing one last time. As he kicks a leg up or whatever, okay, we're blocking this way. I turn. I kick, pull, kick, and sweep. He gives me a handle. Accidentally kick. Make sure it's free. If not, make it go free. And then finish. That is option one for scissor sweep.